This is a story about how Zoro from One Piece ended up in the world of Demon Slayer. I hope you'll like it, and don't forget to like, share this video, and of course subscribe to the channel. Enjoy watching. It all began in the Wano arc when Luffy and his crew attacked Kaido. Their task was to get to the roof to meet Kaido, one of the 4 emperors of the sea, and put an end to the suffering in the land of Wano, which he had enslaved. While everyone was determinedly heading toward their goal, our favorite swordsman as usual wandered off in the wrong direction. Running in the wrong direction, Zoro encountered a mysterious man in a red mask. "What? How did you find me? Did you sense my presence?" "I have no idea who you are. Get out of the way." "But there is no way further. It's dead end. There's only a balcony ahead." Through the radio, the mysterious man was contacted by Rob Lucci, who asked for a status report. It turned out that this man was a member of CP0, serving the world government. Their task was to eliminate Mugiwara Luffy and his crew. The masked man reported to his commander that he had been found by Roronoa Zoro. "Under no circumstances let him go. He's Luffy's right hand. If we get rid of him, their crew will be vulnerable." While Rob Lucci was speaking, Zoro was already running in another direction, although still the wrong one. The masked man wanted to stop him, but Zoro didn't trust him. He didn't look like a member of his allies' crew, nor did he look like one of Kaido's subordinates. The mysterious man offered to help him to get to his crew, but Zoro turned to him with a menacing look and said, "I don't know who you are or what you're up to, but I know you're not an ally. We'll be there soon. Stall him a bit longer." The masked man didn't know how to stall for time, and Zoro was already leaving, ignoring him. In the end, he decided to attack him, which Zoro naturally anticipated. The green-haired swordsman dodged the enemy's attack and immediately counterattacked. The attack knocked the mysterious man off his feet, and the following one would have been lethal, if not for one thing. "I have no choice. It's either this or death." The masked man used the power of his fruit, and he and Zoro got caught in some strange stream. The swordsman didn't understand where he was, or why he was floating in the air. "Is this power of his devil fruit? What's happening? If we end up in the same place, he'll kill me immediately. I need to get rid of him now." The mysterious man shone, and Zoro was thrown out of the stream. Moments later, Zoro found himself in a strange place, where the moon was strangely bright. "Where am I? What is this place?" Wandering through the fields at night, Zoro heard a little girl's scream coming from a hut. He decided to check what it was. Approaching closer, he smelled blood, after which he hurried to find out what was happening. Bursting into the hut, Zoro saw a strange creature gnawing on a human corpse, and behind the monster stood a little girl, who in tears of despair covered her head with her arms, awaiting for her death. "More food? Lucky me! Wait a bit, he'll be the third in line." The girl looked at Zoro and, with a trembling voice, said, Please, help me." Realizing the situation, Zoro drew his katana, and in an instant decapitated the demon. "What? A demon slayer?" The severed head rolled to the side, and the demon's body fell. The frightened little girl looked at Zoro with eyes full of hope, but this hope immediately disappeared when she saw the demon behind the mysterious swordsman rise from the dead. "So you're not a slayer. You wield your sword well, but it won't help you." Zoro looked menacingly at the strange creature standing before him. He didn't know what it was, but he understood one exact thing: he had to get rid of the world of this menace. The demon in turn felt Zoro's aura and realized that he was not an ordinary person. "Why does the gaze of an ordinary person make me feel fear? He won't even be able to harm me, so what's wrong?" Zoro drew all 3 swords, and the demon was surprised. What a strange style. 3 swords? And one in his mouth? He's not an ordinary swordsman. Zoro took a fighting stance, and the demon laughed and said, "No matter how many swords you have, they're useless against me." The demon attacked Zoro decisively, knowing that even if he was cut into pieces, he would still regenerate. Zoro in turn attacked with such speed that the monster didn't even understand what had happened. The demon was sliced into small pieces. What was that? I didn't even see anything. He shredded me in an instant. Zoro watched the chopped up demon, waiting for it to regenerate. "It's all useless. No matter how hard you try, I will heal any wounds, and this battle will last forever until you exhaust yourself." However, instead of regenerating, the demon began to disintegrate, signifying its demise. "What? How? You don't have a blade capable of hurting me. I would recognize Nichiren steel." Zoro didn't know what the strange creature was talking about, but he understood that he had somehow defeated it. The demon disintegrated and finally perished. Zoro turned to the little girl and said, "Are you okay, girl? Did he hurt you?" The girl looked at the strange swordsman with green hair, who had defeated the demon threatening her life in an instant with surprise. I'm okay." The girl gazed at the swordsman while Zoro surveyed the area, not understanding what that strange creature was. "It's not safe here. I'll get you out of here." Zoro took the girl outside, and then buried the man who had fallen the victim to the demon. He couldn't leave the girl alone, so he took her with him. He also decided to ask. "Sorry to ask, but that man, was he your father?" "Huh? That man? No, he was one of the demon slayers." "A demon slayer? I think that creature mentioned something about them." "You're such an adult and don't know anything about demons and slayers?" "No, I don't even know how I got here." "In that case, I'll tell you. That creature you killed is called a demon. They can't bear the daylight and eat people. These monsters don't let us live in peace. And that man was one of those who killed them. Such people are called demon slayers." "I see. I never heard of such demons before." "Honestly, uncle, I thought you were a slayer too. You're so fast and strong that I didn't even understand what happened. By the way, what's your name? I'm Mizuki." "Roro no Zoro. Tell me, Mizuki, where are your parents?" "I don't have parents or a home. While looking for food, I stumbled upon that cursed barn. When I opened it, I saw the demon eating that man. He left me alive and made me watch as he ate. Apparently he enjoyed when a person felt fear." "I'm sorry you had to go through all that." "Honestly, in the poor areas of our town you see even worse. People kill each other for a piece of bread. But I'm glad I met you, Zoro-san." "We need to go get to town. There we can get some food." "To the town? Then why are we going in the other direction?" "What? But you were leading us." "Yes, but you suddenly turned in the other direction, so I thought you forgot something." Realizing that Zoro didn't orient himself in space, Mizuki led him in the right direction, and together they headed to the town. Upon reaching the place, Mizuki said, "And here is our small village." "Is this really a village?" "Of course, I lived here all my life. I can show you where you can steal some food." Zoro looked a bit further and noticed that there were also decent places in the town where the middle class lived. After walking around the village for a while, Zoro noticed that people were very scared and unhappy. There were rumors about people disappearing in the town. Hearing this, Zoro approached a vendor to clarify the details. But during their conversation, the vendor noticed Mizuki stealing some loaves of bread. With angry cries, he chased after the girl, and she ran away as fast as she could. After some time, Zoro caught up with the girl. She saw the green-haired man and joyfully said, "Oh, Zoro-san, you did well. Here's your share." "Why did you steal from that vendor?" "Well, I thought that's why you were distracting him. It's a common scheme." "No, not for that. I found out the village chief is worried about the people disappearing." I heard about that. But don't worry, you already killed the demon responsible for that. I think that Slayer was also there because of that. He definitely wasn't from around here." "In that case, I think we deserve a reward." "I doubt that. It's not customary here." "It's still worth talking to him. Finish your bread and let's go." After a quick snack, Zoro and Mizuki headed to the mansion. Seeing 3 swords, the guards assumed that he was somehow connected to the one who had come before him. In the hall, Zoro and Mizuki noticed the chief and one of the Hashiras, specifically the Wind Hashira, Sanemi Shinazugawa. "And who are you?" "My name is Roronoa Zoro. I came to tell you about the demon that was lurking near the village." "A demon? How do you know about them? Are you a slayer?" "You didn't listen. I came to tell you that I have already eliminated the demon." "What did you say?" "There was another man and this girl. Unfortunately, I could only save her." Zoro looked at Mizuki and she continued. "Unfortunately, the Slayer couldn't defeat that demon. I was lucky that Zoro-san helped me." Sanemi looked closely at Zoro and his swords. He asked him to draw them out, then got angry and said, "I knew it! A pathetic impostor!" Sanemi attacked Zoro, who defended himself. Mizuki and the village chief were surprised. "What are you doing? Why are you attacking us? Aren't you supposed to protect people?" "You're pathetic thieves, nothing more. This one stole 3 swords and pretends to know how to fight. How can you even fight with these swords? You just picked up swords from the dead and live by deceiving others. I've seen plenty of your kind. I don't know what you're talking about, but... Zoro pushed Sanemi away with his katana and said, "Attack me again, and I won't hold back." This isn't Nichiren steel. You couldn't kill demon with these blades, not even the weakest one. And how would you know about demons and slayers? I told him, when I was a child my parents were killed by a demon, and I was saved by a slayer. Shut up, brat. That changes nothing. The demon lurking around here, according to the survivor, is on par with the lava moons. Fighting a demon on that level without Nichiren steel is straight way to suicide. So keep your nonsense to yourselves. That demon mentioned this steel too. Nevertheless, the victory was mine. Sanemi attacked Zoro again, but the green-haired swordsman immediately parried the Hashira's attack and inflicted a small wound on him, using the blunt side of his sword. Sanemi was shocked that his attack was so easily deflected. Such strength! He easily deflected my blow and managed to cut me with the blunt side of his sword? I don't care if you believe me or not, but where I come from, a reward is customary for such deeds. Are you kidding me? This isn't bounty hunting. Slayers don't work for money. And I am not a slayer. The village chief asked Sanemi to calm down and accompanied the stranger to the battleground. The Hashira agreed, and together with Zoro they went to the hut. Sanemi saw the slayer's grave, and also sensed the blood of killed demon. Then he realized that the green-haired man wasn't lying. But instead of relief, he had even more questions. They stopped at one of the organization's bases, located in many towns and villages. The Hashira questioned Zoro about where he came from and so on. Roronoa told him about himself, but Sanemi didn't know the places the stranger came from. Zoro wanted to know how to return to his crew, so he went to the ruler to find out what was happening around. He thought that the one who ruled the town must have known about a tall man with a red mask wandering around, and surprisingly, rumors about such a person had reached the ruler. The townspeople said that a man in a white cloak and a red mask had been wandering around. He also added that he had probably already left. Why do you need this man? I ended up here because of his devil fruit. I need to find him. Zoro also explained about devil fruits and how they work. However, Sanemi never heard or seen such fruits, but he said that he wouldn't mind having one. Listen, let's do it this way. I'll help you find this man, and in return, you'll help me deal with one of the demons. Which demon are you talking about? Recently, the sound Hashira Uzui Tengen along with other slayers defeated one of the upper moons. This hadn't happened in a long time. The battle was so difficult that Uzui left his post as a Hashira, and his subordinates are still recovering. What's your point? After the defeat of one of the upper moons, rumors say that one of the remaining 5 is lurking in the neighboring town. It seems that they are looking for a replacement. If we join forces, I'm sure we can defeat it. I agree. The sooner we deal with this, the sooner I can return to my crew. But before that, you need to change your blades.